Okay, this is literal equations continued. Remember that a literal equation has more than one variable in it. And today we're going to do an application on graphing lines. Okay, so let's have a quick review of slope-intercept form. Previously in Math 1, we can graph a line with slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. M is our slope, and b is the y-intercept. So as a quick test of your knowledge, what are the slope and y-intercept of y equals 3x plus 4? First, what's the slope? Okay, next, what's the y-intercept? Alright, if you just follow this pattern, m is our slope, so that means that the slope is 3, the number in front of x, and the y-intercept is 4, positive 4. Alright, makes sense? I hope so. So now we're going to talk about a different kind of equation, different from slope-intercept form, and it's called standard form. Standard form is when an equation looks like this. ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are numbers. So here's an example. This is standard form. You can see that it's ax plus by equals c. It's written kind of like this. What are the slope and y-intercept of negative 6x plus 2y equals 10? This time I want you to guess. So please guess. Alright, well, it turns out that was kind of a trick question. When you have an equation in standard form, we can't really tell because it is not in y equals form. If we can write negative 6x plus 2y equals 10 in y equals form, then we would know. We would know right away what is the slope and what is the y-intercept. So let's do that. Okay, so we're going to solve negative 6x plus 2y equals 10 for y. So this is like the literal equations part. We're solving for a letter. We want to isolate y. So let's go ahead and do that. Our goal is to get y alone. So we want y equals something. Alright, so let's start up here and we're going to add 6x to each side. So we have 2y equals 10 plus 6x. Just write them side by side. Then I want to divide both sides by 2. Divide everything by 2. On the left side, 2 divided by 2 is 1. They cancel. And y equals 10 plus 6x all over 2. So we can simplify this. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Y equals 5 plus 6x divided by 2. Well, 2 goes into 6 3 times. So that's 3x. So when you divide everything on the top by 2, it comes out with this. Now instead of writing 5 plus 3x, I'm going to write it as 3x plus 5. Okay, now let's answer that question. What are the slope and y-intercept of negative 6x plus 2y equals 10? Well, now that we've rewritten it, it's pretty easy, right? There's our slope. Our slope equals 3. And there's our y-intercept. The y-intercept equals 5. So the reason we want to rewrite it in y equals form is so that we can easily find the slope and the y-intercept. So let's look at the graph. So here's our graph. This is negative 6x plus 2y equals 10. Now if I graph y equals 3x plus 5, our new equation, you can see that it's exactly the same line. If I toggle it on and off, you can see that these two lines are exactly the same. Okay, so let's come to our conclusion here. Negative 6x plus 2y equals 10. This is called standard form. And y equals 3x plus 5. This is called slope-intercept form, are the same line. But it is nice to have the line written in y equals form, like this. Why? Hopefully you remembered, so you can easily find the slope and y-intercept, right? I can't tell what the slope and y-intercept here is, but as soon as I rewrite it like this, it's so easy. So here's your last problem, the challenge. The video is going to pause, and then you can solve this. Multiple choice. Alright, let's see how we did. We're going to speed this. We're going to do this speedily. So you can just check your answer to see if you got it right. Solve for y. So I'm going to take away 15x on each side. 5y equals 35 minus 15x. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And y equals 35 minus 15x. Everything gets divided by 5. But 35 divided by 5 is 7. And negative 15x divided by 5 is negative 3x. Okay, rewriting it in reverse order, this is a positive 7. So it's y equals negative 3x plus, because it's positive, 7.